To those of you who have viewed Normal Behavior Video 1, welcome back. If you are new here, then I recommend you take the time to view Normal Behavior Video 1 so that you can better appreciate what I will be discussing today. Every living organism in the universe has within itself the ability to repair damage it incurred which interferes with its ability to function normally. There is no need to get into the details of what led the patients and I to the conclusions of what constituted normal behavior, nor the rationales which led us to what we considered significant discoveries. So I will start with the image patients had in their mind of the experience which was causing all the problem. It was obvious that this image was related to the feelings they had from the bad experience. But why was the image so clear and detailed? Thousands of other experiences we have don't produce any special image. Often, we have to make an effort to produce an image, and instead of having a hard time to forget it, we have a hard time to remember it. So this clear image meant something special. We began to focus on the feeling part of this equation. That is, we have the image and we get the feelings associated with it. These two always go together. Let's say that the feeling associated with the image was depression. We spent many hours trying to figure out how to change that feeling of depression to something else. We finally had to abandon that idea because it was clear there was no way it could be done. Let's focus on what we hear all the time. First, consider this everyday statement. 5 years ago, I had a car accident and I was so afraid, I was sure that I was going to die. The feelings were so strong that my chest muscles all seized up. Just talking about it now, all my muscles get tight. I remember that like it was yesterday. All the components of what constitutes a problem are in this statement. The event was a car accident. The emotional feeling was the fear. That it was strong is an effort to describe the strength or the intensity of the fear, and the memory was represented by the image. The incredible discovery about this is that there are not two components like a simple event with a response, but a third component, the intensity of the feelings. The clear image is essentially a message to the brain that there is a serious problem with this event. Also, the image has a crucial role to play in fixing the problem, which I will talk about later. So if you pay attention to how people describe what happened to them, you will notice that no one is ever upset about the feeling they might have gotten, for example, fear or whatever, from a particular experience, because they know that whatever feeling they got was a perfectly normal response. What they complain about is how strong or intense the feeling is, and that is why they cannot control it, and that is why we have what is called emotional problems. Start paying attention and you will find that everyone talks this way. They describe an experience they had, describe the feelings they got, and struggle to use an adjective that describes how strong or intense the feeling was. And of course, how easy they remember it. Second, consider this common statement about experiences. I just got a new job and I have to fly from Toronto to New York at least once a week. I had never flown before and I was very nervous on that first flight. On the second flight, I was nervous, but not as bad as the first time. I have been to New York 5 times now, and it doesn't bother me at all. Actually, I look forward to it and really enjoy it. This statement contains all we need to know to solve your problem. This person started flying, and the first time he was quite nervous. The second time he was still nervous, but it was less strong. By the fourth time, he was not nervous at all. So what happened? By flying on a regular basis, the nervous intensity got reduced to 0 all by itself. It just went away. It wasn't there anymore. Yet, this person didn't spend 1 second trying to understand how to get rid of his nervousness. This confirms that the intensity is something that can be changed, and it proves that we have the natural ability to eliminate the intensity of feelings. This is happening all the time, right under our nose, and nobody is paying attention. If we can figure out where that natural ability resides, and if we can figure out how to use it anytime we want, with any experience we want, it would mean that just maybe we might have found a way to fix emotional problems that exist as a result of a life experience that, because of high intensity feelings, damaged the person's ability to function like they used to. Now let's talk about the wisdom of the masses. An individual has intelligence, but the masses have wisdom. An individual will strive to describe what happened, how he, she felt, where it hurts, etc. The wisdom of the masses simply states, I have bad nerves. This means that the problem is in the biology, it's our physiology, our nervous system. The problem is in the body. And in the body is where the response reaction to an experience resides. So, it is perfectly logical that if the problem is in the body, then that is where we must concentrate our efforts to fix the problem. All along, you have been told that the problem is in your head, and despite your best efforts at understanding and insights, the problem didn't go away. And it will never go away because the problem is not in your head. It's in your body. The rules that control what goes on in your head is not the same rules that controls what goes on in the body. That's why you have failed to solve your problems. All you have is bad nerves. That's good, because I can tell you what to do to be you again. I know you won't believe it, because I know from experience that except for children, adults didn't believe what I offered would work because it was too simple. But I also know from experience that if you do the exercise, it doesn't matter what you believe. Your nervous system will do its job and fix the problem. And just in case you didn't know, your nervous system wants to fix the problem a lot more than you do. That powerful bad feeling response structure you have is causing a hellish headache in your nervous system's effort to carry out its mandated function of keeping you healthy. You know how those powerful feelings turn your life upside down? Well, it's doing the same thing to your nervous system. Don't believe it? Well, start paying attention to what your body is telling you about your problem. In my next video segment, I will detail for you exactly what to do to be you again. To your surprise, you will find this information familiar and is actually used by many people to bring about any number of personal benefits. We are going to simply use this common information in a specific and unique way to solve your problem. I will identify the natural mechanisms we have that we will use to change the response reaction effect to a life experience from high intensity feeling to no intensity feeling. In the meantime, I suggest you Google information on the autonomic nervous system. Pay particular attention to the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. It would also be useful to Google information on the faculty of imagination. Pay particular attention to information regarding how the autonomic nervous system responds to whatever is in the imagination as if it were the real thing. That's a principle which is the heart for successfully solving your problem. Thank you for staying. Till the next time.